Okay, class, today we're going to talk about comparisons of equality and inequality. We use comparisons of inequality when we want to compare two or more things that are not equal in some way. So for instance, we'd say something like learning Spanish is better than learning English. We're comparing those two things and we're saying that they are unequal, that one is better than the other. Going to school is less fun than staying home. So again, we're comparing those two things. We're saying that one is less fun than the other. Talking to your friends is more entertaining than talking to your family. So again, we're comparing those two things and we're saying that they're different from each other. When we do comparisons of inequality, it's like a math problem. So here are two things that you can use to fill in the blanks. So when we want to say that something is more or less than something else, we can put an adjective in and say, este hotel es más elegante que el otro. We can put an adjective in and say, llegaste más tarde que yo. We can put a noun in and say, Franco tiene menos tiempo que Clementina. Or we can put a verb in and we could say that mi hermana viaja menos que yo. So ahora te toca a ti. Do these. Write these down on your answer sheet. Here are the answers. We would say Juan es más alto que Juancho. We want to say that el baile es más interesante que los deportes. Or la clase de educación física es más divertida, that should be an A, que la historia del mundo. Ir de compras es más entretenido que salir con unos amigos. Remember that divertida is because of la clase. Before a number, we use más o menos de. So it's different than saying más o menos que. The only difference is when we follow it up by a number that we use a de. So we'd say un pasaje de ida y vuelta va a costar más de $500. $500 is $500. Te concedo una respuesta en menos de media hora. Media hora is a half hour. Ahora te toca a ti. Write these down on your answer sheet. Here are the answers. We'd say, hay menos de, because we have a number, 20 días hasta las vacaciones. Los estudiantes estudian más de 2 horas, and los vikingos ganarán más de 2 partidos. So again, because we have numbers, we use de. And we have another one in here for some reason. So moving on, we use comparisons of equality when two things are equal or equivalent. So we can say things like Spanish class is as fun as math class. Playing football is as fun as playing soccer. We think that the things are equal to each other. All right, so the sentences can look different depending on how you set them up. See the notes below. For comparisons of equality, we use tan como. So notice that we can put an adjective in the middle or an adverb. So adjective like tan largo, as long as, or tan rápido, which is an adverb. Here are some examples. Here are some examples. Please do these in your notes. Here are the answers. We say el béisbol es tan interesante como el baloncesto. As interesting as. Pens and pencils are as good as each other. Profes de español and profes de inglés work as hard as each other. We can also use tanto or tanta, tantos, tantas with singular or plural nouns. So it's still tan como, but if it comes before a noun, we have to add this part to make it look like an adjective. So you'd say, tengo tantas maletas como tú. Tantas because maletas is feminine. This says, como tanta comida que pueda. So tanta because of comida. When it comes in front of a noun, that's when we use our tanto or our tantas. Ahora te toca a ti. Second block has as much homework as fourth block. I have as many pants as shirts. Here's your answers. Segundo bloque, tanta tarea. Notice that they match, like fourth block. Tengo tantos pantalones como camisetas. Notice that they match. Comes before a noun, therefore it has to be tanto or tanta. All right, we can also put a verb in front of tanto como. So we can say, Guillermo disfrutó tanto como yo en las vacaciones. He enjoyed our vacation as much as I did. Ahora te toca a ti. We have football players practice as much as basketball players. I travel as much as possible, and we study as much as we can. Here are your answers, so check your work.